Hi guys, welcome to my chat. This is Kiana Shaw. Wave hi.
Hi.
She is a veteran of the live Facebook chats. Yes, you do them how often?
I do them every day in my Facebook community.
Every day.
Yes, I have a community called Mothers Raising Teen Daughters, and it's for moms who want support and want have questions about raising their teen daughters and just need just a little bit of resources, tools. It's a great group.
Okay, where are my moms out there who need help with their teen daughters? Nadal, you're always on the chat, but I don't think
Nadal.
you're a mom. Nice to see you. Raphael, thank you.
Hi, Raphael,
hello,
thank
beautiful
you.
ladies. Thank you. I have that dress. I should have worn it. We would have been twins.
We would have been twins, but then, it would have just kind of not balanced out.
We do compliment each other. Hi, Sanjay. Nice to see
Hi,
you.
Sanjay.
I have all these men, George, all these men on my chat. What's up with that? We're talking about how
I'm
to
okay
raise
with
your...
that.
Oh, it's men. Okay. Susie has a daughter. We're ready to go, Susie.
Hi,
Judy.
Susie.
Jody, hello as well. And Joe.
Hello.
Is this for the book here? I'll show it to you guys in a second. Marissa. Is it for men and women who are parents of teen daughters?
Well, the book is actually for teen girls.
Oh, it's for the girls.
Yes, but
Ladies.
moms use it as a tool. Moms and dads, actually. I have a couple of dads who use it as a tool to open up conversation about the topics that are in the book.
Hi, Tressa. Hi, Christian.
Hi.
Nice
Hi,
to see you.
Teresa.
Nice
That
to-
was my Aunt Teresa. Hi, Auntie
Well,
Teresa.
hello. Are your peeps on the chat? They saw you post about it?
I'm sure that's where she got it from.
Well, I tell you what, why don't
Hi,
you do
Auntie Teresa.
this?
Yes.
Oh, you're taking off Nadal? Nadal doesn't have a daughter.
Bye.
Sorry, Nadal. Hi,
It's
Tiffany.
fine, whatever.
Let's do this. Why don't you go on the Facebook page? I will
Okay.
show them your book.
Okay.
And what you're going to do is find us on the chat and hit share, and your peeps can jump on in.
Okay.
Hi, Tamara. Nice to see you. Tamara has an 11-year-old who acts like a
Hi,
14-year-old.
Tamara.
Oh, looks 14, acts 16. Ooh, what questions do you have? Let me show you guys the book, and then fire away with your questions on how to teach our daughters to be ladies. Hi, Jennifer. Nice. Anyway, here we go, guys. This is the book, I Choose to Be a Lady. Let me get the good light on that one here. I Choose to Be a Lady, Basic Life Lessons for Our Daughters. Tiffany's daughter will be 10. Jeremy, it's okay that I'm a guy. Hi, Linda. Nice to see you. Kiana Shaw is our author. Hi, Brenda has 6 girls, all grown. Whew, says the teen years were tough. Right? Okay, guys, I think that we're tapping in to the Fox Facebook page, so let me say hello to everybody. We are here at Fox 11 News, where I step away there from the... Hopefully. Sorry, guys. I apologize. We... interference there with the assignment desk. Kiana, did you find us there?
I did, and I
Okay.
shared.
Okay.
So as you jump on,
Yes.
please reshare.
Yes, I see that we are tapping into the Fox Facebook page. So,
Okay.
hello everybody. Kiana Shaw is my guest, author. Did you call yourself expert?
Yes, I did.
Expert.
Hi, Adrian. I saw Adrian. She's one of my clients.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Hi, Raymond. Nice to see you. Let's see. Adrian, hi. The best interview you can give American young ladies. All right. You know what?
thank
Why
you,
don't you just start us
Adrian.
out? Give me one tip, a life lesson for our daughters. Start me out.
Okay, so talk to your kids about sex.
My mother never did. She said, you know what my mother said to me? But we raised chickens. I thought you understood. Serious.
Well,
never had the talk.
Can I just say this? If you're not having a talk with your teenager, they are having a talk with someone.
Right.
They're on spring break right now. They are talking a lot about it.
Okay. Julie Sherry says hi.
Hi, Julie.
Let's see. Hey, Susie. Her dad did a great job with Samantha, but he passed away when she was 16.
Oh.
That's got to be hard. You talk
That
about
is.
not having a parent in their lives for whatever
Not in the
reason that
book,
might be.
but I do know it is so important for us to have our dads in our lives as young ladies. There are some things that our moms just cannot impart to us. And that's just the reality of it. There are some things, our fathers validate the woman that we are. And it is a lot of times young girls are looking for that father figure. And they go out and they search for it and they find it in people. And here's the thing. One thing I tell dads all the time, you don't get to choose what characteristics about you your daughter sees in another man. You don't get to choose which characteristics she's attracted to. So you can be a great guy, but if you talk down to her mom and then you find out that some guy is talking down to her, she is probably just picking up. You don't get to choose that character.
I see.
That characteristic, I should say.
Okay, guys, I just want to adjust my little chat here. Nice to see you all.
A little higher, a little
Okay.
higher.
Thank you for jumping out on the chat here, guys. Let's see. Tasha, Ooh, I have 3 daughters, granddaughter, a mentor in Houston. Oh, you're in Houston.
Hi, I just left Dallas.
Were you
By the
speaking
name
there?
of Positive Expression. Yes, I was speaking at the EPIC conference. My business coach, April Franks Hunt, hi. She is the president of Coach Speak and Serve, and so she did the EPIC conference. This was the last EPIC conference because she's moving over. Tori Johnson from Good Morning America, she's taken over Spark and Hustle. So this was the last EPIC, and I got
Dropping
to
all
open
kind
it.
of names there.
Right. It was the last EPIC, and I got to speak on leadership there.
Okay. Hi, Tiffany.
Hi,
Let's
Tiffany.
see. Oh,
My mom
about-
never gave me the talk about the period.
the
Yes.
period.
And listen, okay, so we can't be afraid to have natural conversations with our daughters. We
about
just
our
can't.
bodies.
About
It's
our bodies.
Yes,
Right.
every woman goes through it. Yes.
Exactly. And as the lady, you know, your daughters need to know about panty liners. They need to know about,
Sorry, fellas.
right. But listen, if you're a single dad, you need to know this information. My twin brother is a single dad. Yeah. He needs this information for his daughter. And so they need to know about, you know, using baking soda inside, you know, when they're menstruating. It absorbs the odor. They need to know about using deodorant.
Where were you when I was growing up? The guys are like, all right, I'm off the chat. See ya.
Right.
Hey, Jennifer, nice to see you.
Hi, Jennifer.
yeah.
She's my business bestie.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Hey,
I'm
Frederick.
so afraid to fly. That Frederick is my dad.
Dad, can you believe she's talking about this very, very important stuff? Very,
You know
very important
what?
stuff.
Can I tell you a funny story?
Okay.
So, and he wants to know where Kayla is. That's my daughter. She's with mom. So,
Okay.
my dad, I asked him about sex. I asked him about pregnancy. Is what I asked him about.
Okay.
And he was so nervous.
Yeah.
Like he was like, "Give me a day," right? And he goes to the library and he comes back with a million
Really?
books for a 6-year-old. Who has asked about pregnancy because my aunt was pregnant, and he did his best. Poor dad. I love you,
Okay,
though.
so
Thank
let me
you.
ask you this. Parents, help me out here. I don't have children, but I mentor kids.
Okay.
So at what age do you have the talk about sex?
When they start asking.
When they start asking?
Mhm. When they start asking, my daughter's sister is pregnant, and she has asked about how the baby got in there, so we have to have it. Now, I'm not going to go fallopian tube, right? I'm going to keep it on the level of a 3-year-old, but I do
I
talk
see.
about, you know, love and when you're married, and, you know, we go through those conversations based on the standard that I want her to have for herself. And so it's been a ride trying to explain it all to her without going too much into detail. But when they start asking questions, answer the questions because they'll start asking other people.
I love that your book is titled "I Choose to Be a Lady" because I love
Yes.
your approach at this. Let's go ahead and take some
Yes.
comments and thoughts. Hey, Tamara Zavala. I believe self-respect the most important thing to teach our daughters.
Absolutely.
What's your thought on that?
I think that is absolutely true. And with self-respect, teaching them to value their bodies, teaching them that their bodies don't have to be perfect, that helps a lot with self-respect. Teaching them that they are not to be validated by the outside world, that if they can stand in a mirror and really appreciate who they are, right? We always talk about the inner beauty, but when they're standing in front of the mirror, they're looking at their outer beauty. So teaching them to really appreciate who they are, and then understanding that the characteristics that we say are beautiful in other people should reflect that's in our daughters. So we should say, oh, she has a great heart. She has, Natalie Owens always says, stuff versus stuff. So not the cars,
I
not
know
the
Natalie
shoes.
Owens.
You know Natalie
I know
Owens,
Natalie
you do.
Owens.
But she talks about having the stuff, the cars, the houses, the shoes,
Right.
versus the inner stuff, the character, the integrity. And those are the things that we need to highlight because those help with self-respect with our daughters.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Tamara, for the comment.
Thank
Let's
you.
see. Hey, Derek.
Hi, Derek.
Let's see.
Marcy.
In Long Beach, hello.
Hi from Long Beach. I'm a Compton girl myself.
You are.
I
love
am.
Compton.
I am. When you were talking about it
Aeronautical
earlier.
Museum. I love that place.
Yes, you were talking earlier, and they were talking about DJ Quick, and I was like, oh, I used to listen to that.
Yeah.
Like, it was taking
Pastor
me back.
Owens. at his
Yes, he
church
is
there.
my pastor,
Faith
and I am a
Inspirational.
proud member of Faith Inspirational.
Richard in Las Vegas.
Hi, Richard.
Do you have daughters? That's the question. I think men too, and their sons can learn from this kind of conversation.
You know what?
too,
Nikki
right?
Woods, she wrote the afterword for my book, and she said that it is definitely something that she wants her sons to read as a base, just a base for what they should be expecting from a
What should they
lady.
read?
The book, yes, as a base for what they should be expecting from the lady.
How to treat a lady.
Yes, or not just what she should be, how she should be present herself, how her hygiene habits, her self-respect, her self-esteem, all of those things. And so she said, "This is definitely a book I want for my sons," and I love that.
Right. Los Blancos says, "I have a 1-year-old daughter, ready to learn now." You're getting started early, Los Blancos. Nice
Yes,
to see you.
please do.
Let's see.
The book I Choose to Be a Lady is a must-have. Oh, thank you, Adrienne.
Thank you, Adrienne.
I love
tool.
Adrienne. She's a
Let's
great,
see.
great lady.
Let's see. Hi, Isaac. Isaac always talking about his music. Nice to see
Hi,
you.
Dante.
Dante's saying sad that schools don't provide in-depth education. I think you're talking about sex education. Do they?
Yes, they don't. They
don't.
don't. And you know what? Dante actually works for AIDS Project Los Angeles, and he has a show, and I think he's probably getting ready to go on air right now called The Dante Show. And he educates young people about sex, about HIV, AIDS. He works primarily with the homosexual community. He's a great guy. I love him. Mwah. Thank you for
Hello,
joining.
Dante. Nice to
Hi,
see you.
Rayford Owens Jr.
Junior.
Kiana.
The Owens family in the house here. We love
Yes.
the Owens family. Okay, I should just ask, how many on the chat are your entourage? How many of you actually know Kiana from church?
Yeah,
from
put
her
a 1
program?
in. If you know me, put a 1 if you know
One.
me
I
personally.
thought it's an emoji.
Oh, well, okay. That's
Is it
fine.
nothing to do the emoji?
This is your show. Whatever you
No,
want.
no, you teach me. What is the one?
It's just a quick number that they can punch in if they know me. That's all.
Oh, I did not know that. I thought I was going to call for the thumbs up emoji.
Okay, well, do the thumbs up. Do the thumbs up or some hearts. I love hearts.
Okay. Tiffany, I didn't know about the baking soda either. Let's see.
Yes, and you know what? Another quick tip. Hey, Sharon Cruise. Oh my God. Okay, so I'm going to give the tip, and I'm going to tell you about Sharon. So a tip is to use deodorant. Your deodorant. If you are a young lady who is bigger than a C cup, put deodorant, swipe deodorant under your breast, in between your cleavage, right? If you're a mom who has had a C-section and the pouch is kind of overlapping, put deodorant under there, because guess what? It stops the perspiration. It stops the smell. Yes. Yes, these are great tips. That
Like
even
under
women can
before you
use.
put your bra on?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And Sharon Cruise, I work with Sharon Cruise. We teach, she has a company, Purple Rain Life Skills Center, and I teach with her. We teach adults and high school students life skills and professional development skills before they go into the CNA
That's
program.
wonderful. That's so
yes,
wonderful.
and I love it. It is
Love
my heart's
that.
joy.
That's so great. Hi, CB.
CB Wallace. Hi, CB.
Not talking about those natural things with young girls can cause or so many hang-ups as a woman.
Yes.
Mom, I got to tell you, I don't think we had a lot of those talks.
But you made it.
Through trial and error. Trial and error.
Perfectly okay, though.
Okay,
Perfectly
let's
okay.
see.
Kiana Shaw, because girls are powerless.
Or powerful. How about that?
Right.
Ebony, nice to see
Hi,
you.
Ebony. Ebony is a great singer. So is Jessica. Hey,
You got the
Jessica.
singer- You got your entourage on this
I
chat,
know.
don't you?
I do. I just
Yes,
shared it. I
yes.
just shared it. And
Jeremy.
Ebony's also a comedian.
Jeremy says I might be the only guy who sticks around. I don't know about that.
That's my mom. She's like, that's my baby.
Well,
Hi,
hey,
Mom.
Mom.
She has my daughter tonight, so thank you for keeping her so I could be
Isn't
there.
it so nice to have family close by?
Yes. And you know what?
Right.
Can I tell you something she
Yeah.
did? I came and I forgot my books.
Oh no, she brought your books?
Yes, I texted her. I
Oh
was like,
my
"Mom!"
goodness.
And she came right away.
Are you
You gotta
serious?
love the angels
How'd you
that God
forget your
gives
books?
you. Because I switched cars with her,
Right.
and my books were in my car.
I did a job to MC and I forgot my makeup. And I was gonna put my makeup on there. Yeah. I've also forgotten
Not
my
good.
shoes. I left in the flip flops and I forgot my high heels. Oh, it happens.
Hey,
right?
Sharon.
Okay.
Hey, Carlito. Thank you. He says amazing book. Thank you.
Cassie in Colorado.
Hey, Cassie. She's in my mommy's Raising Teen Daughters group.
Okay, I think we got it. Your peeps are on the chat. Let's talk. Let's give some advice here. Okay, let's give some advice.
Okay, got it.
All right, I'm gonna read the chapter here. Let's see. Choose to be a lady. Family genetics. Eat better. You talk about eating.
Yes.
Yes. Why is that important?
Romeo Brooks was our chapter expert. He has the company Roots Nutrition in Inglewood, and he was my chapter expert because he actually helped me get my health back together. And a lot of times we think that fat is hereditary, and it's not. What we are inheriting is the diets that our families have.
Really?
So, yeah. And so, yeah, you have things that, make up your genetics and make up your DNA. And so, but you're not predispositioned
But
to be
you eat
overweight.
the way your family.
You eat the way your family. So that's what's hereditary.
We did a lot of
our
canned
recipes.
food.
Our recipes are hereditary.
We did a lot of canned food, and that I am not doing.
Well, but your children are probably healthier because you're probably eating healthier. You're probably using a lot more fresh fruits and vegetables, right? And that's just something, if you grew up poor, you did eat a lot of canned foods. And if you have the option,
Busy working mom. Working mom.
That is the truth.
Yeah.
That is the truth. We had not canned, but frozen corn today.
So you talk about the veggies and the fruits.
Yes. So apples, tomatoes. Eating an alkaline-based diet is what you really want to do. And it's not about counting calories. That's one thing I learned. It's so cerebral. Choose alkaline-based foods and vegetables, fruits and vegetables, and it really helps.
I drink the alkaline water.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Okay. If you guys have questions, guys, feel free to ask questions.
Hi, Shantae. Hi, Cassie.
Oh, we got some ones coming.
I
I see. Oh,
yes.
they
Hey,
know how to do
Joe.
the one thing, right? I see. I got it. They're with
it.
you. Okay. All right, guys.
I see you guys. Thank you. What did my auntie say about my hair? I don't know. She said something about my hair.
Sorry. But you can go back and look at all the comments. Hey, April and Shrek. Let's see.
Hi, you guys.
April
Hey,
the Dodgers
Donna.
scored. Thank you. Let's see. Donna, I'm sorry. I don't see all the comments because there's so many of them coming in. I apologize.
Hi, Donna.
Let's see.
I see my auntie Ethel.
Effie asking me a news question about sports. We're talking about girl empowerment right now. Okay, so talk about what you put in your body.
Yes.
That's the fruits and vegetables, okay?
Yes.
I'm just going to flip to another one. Ooh, let's assess your positive self-esteem.
Yes.
Do I believe in my morals and values? Talk about that.
What are my morals and values? Do I believe that they are a good fit for me? And can I be shaken from them? Can some boy come up and say, no, this is your new standard? And so when you're a young lady and you're dealing with self-esteem issues, you really need someone in your family, a positive influence who can help you stay on track. And so if I have a young lady who is dating a guy that is just he's not the guy that's on her goal list, I just remind her, like, if we go, don't date him, he's a bad guy, this about him, that about him, they go, but I love him, and they want to stay closer. So when you go, you said you wanted these characteristics,
Right.
is he that?
Okay.
It makes them make the choice.
Okay. All right, let's see. Hi, guys.
Thank you, Auntie.
I'm trying to see.
Hi, Kayla.
April.
My mom's like, say hi to Kayla.
Live from Hong
Hi,
Kong.
honey.
April, didn't you say you were in Iraq before? Let's see. April's all over the world.
Maybe she's a world traveler.
There you go, world traveler. Okay, let's see. Candace, positive women in our lives are a must. You talk about mentoring?
Absolutely. Yes, I do. I've been mentoring since 2011.
Okay.
And I started with my company. I had a nonprofit, Village of Truth. And I started with a young lady, Brandy Anderson, and Avant now, Brandy Avant. And what we wanted to do was, because I started it out of heartbreak. I was the friend who, when I had a boyfriend, you never heard from me. I was her.
When you get busy.
Right. And I found out that my boyfriend had been cheating on me for 2 years. And I was so broken. I went to Rafer. He was
your pastor.
Yes. He was at that time, I wasn't even a member of his church anymore. But we were friends. And so I went to him and I just said, I don't know what to do. Like, I am feeling so lost. I'm feeling so broken. And he started me he said, where's your goal list? And I knew he was going to ask, so I actually had my goal list, right?
Okay.
And he
we
said,
have to have a goal list?
you have to have a goal list. Mental, physical, emotional, financial, spiritual, and professional goals.
Okay.
Those are the 6 areas. And I still use those to this day when I'm mentoring young girls. And
Mental, physical.
I decided that I wanted to be... I wanted to help women not get in that space where they were totally lost after they were dealing with a man. And what I realized is that I've been doing this since I was like 13. My very first boyfriend, just like getting lost in the relationship and not having my own identity. And so what I ended up doing was deciding I want to help young ladies not become those women. And that's when I shift focus from helping women to helping young girls. And I inadvertently am back to helping women and girls at the same time.
Okay.
But
Thank you for the love, Candace and Isaac.
Thank you. Hi,
So
Isaac.
here's my question.
Hi, Candace.
What do you say? So here's a question here that you pose. Am I jealous or possessive? Where do
You
go
need
with
to
that?
know that. You need to know what your personality is. You need to know if you yourself are a jealous type of person. Are you, do you see your boyfriend talking to someone and now you're just, you can't even function. It's just, and that's when you go from a little bit of jealousy to possessive. He can't talk to anyone else. And when you learn to stand in you, and so you're okay with being number 2 in his life because you're number 1 in yours. You understand that? And so it is just so important that we understand that we don't have to be jealous nor possessive.
Okay. Here's another one. I like
For
these
two pretty girls.
questions.
Hi, Jeremy.
Let's
Thank
see.
you for that.
Do I blame others for everything?
Do you take personal responsibility for yourself, for your actions? And if you don't, if everything is about, well, they made me, they did it, he said it first, she did that to me first, you are not taking personal responsibility. And so you may need to check your level of self-esteem. Because when you have high self-esteem, you own your crap. That's just the reality.
Oh, I see. Okay. Kathy, raising a teenage girl in our society is so challenging. She says you're very helpful.
Thank
All right.
you.
Adriana says we can be codependent of men. Do you
We
use the word
can.
codependency?
I think it's a great word to use. I think a lot of times we say things like, he completes me. And that's not true. You were already a person. You were single,
that word.
whole, right? And that's okay.
A missing piece of the
Because
puzzle.
I think sometimes we say it because it's cliche. And the reality is you were already a complete person. You were single, you were whole already before you met that person. And now they come in to compliment you.
Compliment. Okay.
They come in to
I was
compliment.
gonna
They
say my
compliment
guy.
your life. They compliment your lifestyle. But you were already a whole person when you met him.
Well, my guy's like so much more fun than me. I'm like a serious person, very
So there's
busy.
balance.
Right.
There's balance, not completion, but balance. So it's a complementary relationship.
Okay. Esteban says, I have 2 daughters and I'm scared. Why are you scared? We are here to help. Right?
Be the great man. Be the man that you want your daughters to select. Can I
Yeah.
say that?
Okay.
And live it in integrity the entire way through. That's the best way to make sure that they select men who are of high integrity, who stand in honor, who will provide for them, will protect them. Again, you don't get to choose what characteristics in you she sees in another man that she's attracted to.
Okay. Esteban, that sounds good. Jeremy,
Never
I like
hit
what
a
you had to
girl.
say. Yes.
Always open doors.
Let's
Yes.
see.
So thank you.
Hi, Carlito.
Thank you. Carlito's name is Michael, actually.
Well, hello,
Thank
Michael.
you.
Okay. Isaac. Okay. Balance, definitely. Okay. Let me ask another question. You're kind of helping me here. Where were you? Where were you my whole life? Let's see. Do I enjoy life? I went through a phase where I didn't really enjoy life.
Okay.
You look at me like, really?
No.
Yeah, really you?
No, I actually thought you were going to continue with the sentence,
No.
but so here's the thing. There are times when we all just don't enjoy life. There are times, I like to say that I don't have bad days. I have bad moments in my great day. But
Bad moments
I mean,
in my
God,
great day.
God forbid I lose my mother or something. That is considered a bad day. But to just not enjoy life at all usually means that we're not getting up with a purpose. There's nothing
Well,
that we're
for me, I was doing something wrong. I wasn't connecting enough with people. I was working
Okay.
too much overtime by choice.
right, because we get caught up in money, or we get caught
Yeah.
up in, the lifestyle that we're already leading. We forget that we need to connect with people. We are put here to celebrate and to connect with other people. And when we decide that, you know what, today I'm going to do a me day, I'm going to do a family day, it really benefits our emotional health.
Do I feel equal to others as a person? Do we have to feel equal?
You don't have to feel equal. You just can't feel less than, right? Because, again, it's the compliment versus completing. You don't have to feel less than anyone. I mean, we're all great people. We're just all doing different things in our
some have so many
lives.
qualities that I like so much more. I don't
So here's
know.
the thing. Work on you. Right? And that's what I would tell any mother to tell her daughter. Work on you. What is it about that person that you really love? What is it about them that makes you go, I want that? And then figure out how does it fit into your life and go do it. Work on you. I believe in life coaching. I am a life coach. I have a life coach because we're all going through something.
Okay, like I admire one of my colleagues. She laughs a lot. I'd like to laugh more.
Start right now.
No. That's a good little chuckle on my part, right? Let's see. CB says you're very wise and enlightened. Where do you get your training to do a book?
My training to do a book, actually, this was the curriculum I was teaching the young ladies, because when I met with Pastor Owens that day, he told me to keep a journal.
Okay.
And my journal turned into the program.
Okay.
And that's what I've been teaching, and I just made it a book. But I would say definitely from the women in my life, my mother is an amazing woman. I'm not going to cry, but my eye feel like it's starting to sweat. She's an amazing woman who has taught me so much. I have wonderful aunties. You can go back and see the comments they were fighting over who's my other mother. I love you all. I have a great bonus mom, which is my stepmom, Angela, but I call her my bonus mom because we all love bonuses, right?
Hello, bonus mom.
I have great women in my life. I intentionally connect myself with women who are in a mental and emotional space that I'm not in a spiritual space that I'm not in, and I gravitate to them, and I learn as much as I can.
Okay, some of these questions might seem obvious, like how often should you shampoo your hair?
It depends on your hair texture. If you have straight hair, you probably want to shampoo it every day. And here's why. I'm going to use this pen as an example. So here's a hair strand, right? Yeah. Your scalp produces its own oil, and if the oil goes straight down because your hair is straight, your hair is going to get oilier faster. But if you have hair like mine that is very coily, the oil has to go around the hair.
I do much better on like the days after.
After the shampoo, right? Because you've had a little bit of oil come through. Yeah, so it makes a huge difference. So it's all, and then also if you're in sports, if you play a lot of sports, your hair gets, so you want to make sure that you're
But it seems like I said, there's like a Q&A part on this.
There is. So
and it seems to me like a very obvious kind of things, but I guess I'm grown, I know.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know if you're a teenager, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
Hi, Devine.
Hello, Devine. Let's see.
His mom is a great friend of mine.
Healthy self-esteem versus low self-esteem. What kind of questions do girls ask you about that?
I don't think that I get so many questions so much as scenarios where I have to point it out.
Oh, I see. I did this, I did that, or this happened.
Absolutely.
Hi, Vesta.
A lot of times, hi, Vesta. A lot of times our young girls are just kind of in the throes of everyday life, and their friends establish their self-esteem.
Really?
Yeah, and so they're really they're really trying to figure out, how do I fit in, and that's when the low self-esteem starts, because now they're comparing themselves. Are my boobs the same size? Is my hair the same texture?
Oh, you just went right there, huh? Just went right there.
I'm sorry, you didn't give me a...
No, it's okay. Jeremy, you're talking about something that Isaac is talking about. So Jeremy and Isaac are my regulars, so they have a little bit of their own conversation right there.
What does Alyssa Milana have to do with this?
Yeah, because Isaac is a big fan and mentioned something about,
She said, I love you. We both said her name right.
Right, okay. Where can I get help for low self-esteem?
So it just depends. It just depends on the young lady. If you are, and it says low battery, just so you know. If you are a young lady who has some strong women in your life, start there. Go to a school counselor. There's a gamut of places that you can go. But if you find yourself suffering in your low self-esteem, then you may need to seek professional help. And that's okay. It is perfectly okay to accept professional help on that.
Okay, moving forward, play sports. You're saying get involved, do something.
Well, this was when I asked a group of adults what would have helped them develop their self-esteem as teenagers. Okay. And so these were some of their answers. They said, be reassured that I mattered. And these are things that adults are saying. So we definitely know that we need to say these things to our teenagers. More encouragement, direct, open, and honest conversation, playing sports. So those are some of the things. And listen, girls who play sports, girls who are in dance, they have a different hold on their body. They have a different control on their body. And so it's harder. Right, exactly. And so it's harder for a guy to slide in and go, can I take you to McDonald's?
I see. All right, we have a question here. Ebony asking, is there such thing as a self-esteem that is too high?
Well, yes. Well, no. Let me, It's not that the self-esteem is too high. It's that they have transferred into a level of arrogance and conceit. But it's okay to know that you're beautiful. It is absolutely okay to know that you are an amazing person. And it's okay to say that. I encourage you to reaffirm it to yourself every single day. But when you think that you're better than someone, now we're going into a level of arrogance that we have to stay away from.
She did teach me that one. She'd always say, you're no better than anyone else. I'd be like, what?
But you're no worse
Really?
either. You're no worse.
I'd be like, are you sure about that? But that really helped me because I saw the beauty in everybody, even though their gifts were different.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Do you need to connect? Are you okay?
No, I put it on extra power.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Okay, let's see. All right, I'm moving on in the book, guys. The fire challenge. What's that?
So those are some of the challenges. So that's in my chapter about bullying, and so there were
those challenges that the kids do online, and they
right,
post
and they
about
were
it.
like setting themselves on
What?
fire, and then there was
No,
the
thank you.
ALS challenge, and then that was a great thing
The ice
until
bucket challenge.
until people started putting urine in the bucket, and it was just like,
Where'd you see that?
really? It was on the news. They
Not on my
did that
news.
to
Really?
an autistic child, and I thought that was just absolutely horrible.
the
So then it's
cruelty
like
out there
when
is
things
terrible.
go bad,
I see.
Hi, Uncle Stan. I saw you.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining.
I think the point of something like that is to remind you to not get caught up in doing stupid things or cruel things, especially things that you
Absolutely.
would certainly regret or that are hurtful to other people.
Absolutely.
Okay, wow.
So we're just talking about using social media as a way of influence and how it can be so easy. And as parents, we need to monitor our children's social media. I don't care what they say. I don't care how mad they get. Make them bring you your phone, put it on their phone, put it on the dresser, and go through their phone. There
Say
is
that
no
again?
such thing. Make them bring you their phone.
Really?
Yes, and go through their phone. Because here's the thing. Not only are they saying and doing things inappropriate on social media that can come back to hide, like you can't even delete Facebook. You can only deactivate it. And so when you have a situation like that, or you have kids who are sending each other naked photos, and now you're getting internet crimes against children because now that's child pornography. You need to know what your kids are sending and what they are receiving.
Okay. Tamara and Ebony are giving you some thumbs up on that one.
Go
Hi,
through the
Tina.
phone.
Nice to see you.
I can't
Cassie.
believe the things that kids are being bullied about. Absolutely.
Right. Clara, how to overcome continued putting down from others? How do you overcome that? That's painful.
It is painful. And I think that, again, it's about knowing who you are. Because when you know who you are, you're just like, okay, like clearly there's something about me that is reflecting in you that you don't like because maybe you're not adding up, or maybe, there's women who I can hear say, it's just something about her. And you can't think of what it is.
I would
and a lot of
say-
times it's just a mirror image that that's reflecting back, and you just don't know it at that time. So
I would say, too, though, surround yourself with people who are empowering for you. And if you
Absolutely.
need to get that extra support, whether it's church or a sports team or a girls, so that you can know that you have this empowerment group and rebuff those that are coming at you with the
Absolutely,
negative.
absolutely. And here's the thing: when you have a daughter and you're constantly pouring the positive things into her, you're telling her. I tell Kayla all the time, you are a Shaw and Watson. Like, you have a combination of that blood. You go be great. Like, we're not going for the tree in the play. You go for the main role. There is nothing that can stop you. Go be the greatest. I tell her every day, make good choices, even when no one's watching, and you are responsible for changing your part of the world. Go do that. Go learn as much as you can so that you can do that.
I love the stuff that you have on here about the social media. Don't share passwords.
Don't share your passwords. Because here's the thing. Someone can post something under your name. People's accounts get hacked all the time.
Yeah.
You are still liable. You're liable for what you're tagged in. I don't let people tag me in just anything on Facebook. I was getting tagged in like club flyers, and it was like women with bathing suits on. I'm like, that's not a part of my brand. So I had to monitor
they tag
that.
your page.
Right, they tag you, and so you need to make sure that you are
Did you remove the tag?
absolutely. And then I stopped it from people being able to tag me without my permission. So you can
They just
tag
want to be
me.
in your loop.
Right, because they're trying to spread out. They're trying to spread out their reach, and so they're trying to use my audience. Well, guess what? My audience is not, you know, naked women.
So they tag your Facebook page and it ends up on your page,
Right, and so you're liable. Because here's the thing: if someone comes to your page, they're not looking at did Christine post this? They're looking at the flyer itself, and so that's the image that they have of you.
All y'all that are posting on my page, we're going to talk. All right. Hi, Jill. Nice to see you.
Hi, Auntie Jill.
What is Lubu?
Okay, so Lubu is my grandmother. So they were talking about people who inspired me. And my grandmother passed in 98. And my other grandmother, my big mama, passed in 2006. And they were amazing women. I mean, I had both sides. My grandmother on my dad's side was a city council person. She was Kenneth Hahn's senior deputy for years. My mom's mother was a domestic engineer, is what I like to say. She was a stay-at-home mom. And she taught me everything I knew about being a wife, being a mother, being a woman of substance. And so, yes, I named my mom, but yes, her mother definitely was the tree that left great fruit.
Okay. Let's see. Don't accept friend requests from people who you don't personally know.
Right, because a lot of times, you know, as a young girl, you get a friend request from this guy. He's extremely cute, you know, and he's taking an interest in you. And then you find out he's a 45-year-old man.
Right.
He's not, you know, 18. He's not 16. He is actually a grown man pretending to be a teenager. And now you've met up at the mall. You've met up, you know, and it's just.
I did not have to worry about that as a kid.
You didn't, because
we didn't have social media.
Right. Everyone had to come to your door.
Gotcha. Okay. That's good to know. Let's see. Jeremy and Isaac.
Mom, I don't know what 99 is.
Okay. So don't post things you don't want people who are not your friends to see.
Okay. So here's the thing about
people
that.
Screenshot. Sorry,
Screenshot. Right.
Right.
People screenshot. When someone screenshots it, you cannot delete their screenshot from their phone. All you can do is, you know, hope that they don't share it. But what's the reality of that, right? Which is why you don't send naked pictures, which is why you don't post things about people. Anything that you don't want your parents to see, anything you don't want a college recruiter to see. And I know college recruiters, and you can be the star player, they will leave you behind where you are because the team goes to the championship, not the player. And so they don't have time for the night before, you know, the championship game. Now they're hit with a scandal, and now the team isn't focused. They want to win. And so you want to be very careful with that.
Here's a good one. Let's see. Hi, Sheila. Drugs. Talking about medical marijuana clinics. Another thing that wasn't in my generation.
Right. And so here's the thing. A lot of our young people today are going, it's legal.
Yeah.
Marijuana is legal.
Right.
But here's what's not, what people forget to say. Companies don't have to hire you just because it's legal. They still have policies against drug use. So you can say that marijuana is legal and you can say that they're discriminating, but the reality is, if their company policy is that you cannot have marijuana in your system or any other drugs in your system, it doesn't matter if it's legal.
It's your job.
Right.
Okay. Let's see. Cassie, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. My mom always said, find something nice to say. But that's a good one.
My mom always said, you better have something nice to say.
Okay. All right. Let's see.
Military for sure doesn't play that.
Okay.
Oh, she's talking about social media use. Yes, marijuana use. Yes.
Right. Okay. So I love the little Q&As here at the.
Yes, there's review questions, and then there's a journal
Job interview stuff.
in the back as well. Let me show you. So each chapter has the chapter review questions. Can you guys see that?
There you go. That's a good
chapter
light.
review questions. And then it also has a journal page. And as women, we know we love to go back through our journals and see how we've grown. You throw them away?
Yeah, I couldn't stand it.
Oh my God, I have
so
journals.
painful to go back and look. It was so painful. Yeah. Let's see. So my niece is 11 years old. So I'm looking at some of your. I forgot about like the cute guy who friends you on the Facebook may not be the cute guy in the photo.
Right.
Oh,
like he's using a stock photo, a picture of his nephew or something.
Man.
So if your niece is 11, I wouldn't suggest giving her the book.
Okay. Too
I
young.
would suggest reading the book and then using it as a tool to open up conversations about the chapters.
Well, I talked with her mother this week, and I said, is she on Facebook? She's like, no. She's 11.
No, right. And the legal age for Facebook is 13.
There's a legal age?
Well, not a legal age, but the suggested age.
Oh,
Facebook, you're not supposed to be under 13 on Facebook. That is their rules. That's their policy. I think Twitter has the same, and Instagram. There are a couple, like Kick or something, they might have a little bit more flexibility. But for the most part, yes, you need to be 13.
Okay. Let's see. Candace, what age group do you recommend for the book?
13 to 18. As long as you're in high school, I think the book is a good read. I know a lot of parents feel like, you know what, my daughter doesn't need to know about sex. Yes, she does. Because the chapter on sex is actually, I'm sorry, am I not supposed to say that?
No.
Okay.
Should we talk about that?
The chapter on sex has the top 10 questions that I get in pretty much every workshop.
Really?
Yes. And a lot of times what I find out when I'm working with young girls, because I work with a lot of group homes, probation homes, foster
God
care.
bless you.
And so, and even in the schools, a lot of the girls started having sex at 10, 11,
10?
12. Yes.
Stop.
Yes. And so when they're talking about the different
kidding
things
me.
that they're doing and the age that they are when they start experimenting, we need to start having these conversations way before. And here's the thing, because we can't say they're not exposed to it, but we watch Scandal. If you watch a Scandal, your daughter's watching Scandal. If you're watching the Love and Hip Hop or whatever, your daughter's watching. They're watching what's on your TV. So they're exposed to it, and now they have questions about it.
Okay, I like this tip. Keep your boyfriend out of your bedroom. My mother had a rule, no boys in the bedroom. No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Never.
They should stay to common areas. They should absolutely be in common areas. When we allow our teenagers to get so comfortable that they can take their boyfriends, their girlfriends to their bedrooms, they need a key to their own front door. That's what my mama said. But the reality is that because now the door gets closed a little bit more, and now it's a little bit more, and then it's, oh, you didn't think about it, it was already closed. So we have to be mindful of how we set our kids up for failure.
Talk about cellulite,
Yes.
which we all have. Right?
And it really takes Dr. Romeo Brooks to talk about it, but, you know, the alkaline diet definitely helps with cellulite.
Wow. Bras and bra fitting.
Yes, yes. My chapter expert was Stephanie Soko of A Total Woman, and I love her place because it's for women who are bigger than a B cup. It's true to size, but getting proper bra measurement, a lot of times we think that our bras are too big, they're too small, but really they just haven't been sized well, and we need a professional. And you can't do that at, you know, Nordstrom's all the time. Sometimes you got to go to a specialty shop.
Adrian, what advice do you for young girls that they feel they need boys to be validated? Did we ask about that? If they have absent
We did
fathers?
talk well, I would just say if your daughter's father is not around or he's not the most positive person, find men who are. Find men, and here's the thing, because there's a fine balance, because you might think he's a great man and then he's making comments that are inappropriate. You really need to vet the gentleman. If she has a great uncle or a wonderful big brother, a wonderful cousin of yours that can help with the validating of her, then great. But you want to be sure that whoever the man is, that he's a stand-up guy.
Okay.
And at least that he's honest if he's not a stand-up guy.
CB Wallace, I'm so glad I had a boy. Is it any easier with boys? Or when's your book coming out on boys?
Well, I don't think that I should do a book for boys. I think that I know a lot of great men that I could probably partner with for it, but I just don't think that I should do one for boys. I don't. I mean, I'm very raw with boys when I do hygiene and things like that, but that's pretty much it.
I'm going to go check something real quick. Answer Devon's question.
Okay, go ahead. Do you think being too overprotective as a father to your daughter can cause a lot of problems between the daughter and father relationship? I think that you do have to strike a balance, because there's one thing to be protective. It's another thing to call your daughter a liar. Right? My dad was very protective. I'm a twin, and we had different curfews as twins.
Really?
Yeah, and my dad said because if some girl is sucking on his neck, he doesn't care who's sucking on mine. And that was the truth. That was the truth. But I think that where my dad maybe forgot to go a little deeper was that he was, with somebody's daughter, right? And so if you're going to teach her, this is your boundary, also teach her why. And I think that that's something that's missing. As parents, we don't explain the why to our kids. We just say, don't do it. Now, if you sit your daughter down and say, this is the stuff I did with women, and this is how I ran the game, right? Sometimes we're so busy playing the game, we don't teach our kids the game.
Really?
Yes. You need to tell. Here's the thing. They're learning it anyway. They're learning it. And if you don't share it with them, they're not going to get it. Where else?
Okay. All right. So with my niece, I need to
tell
share
them?
the game. I got you.
Share the game.
Okay, guys. I have a newscast at 10 p.m. and it's already almost 9:20.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay,
I know.
that was
We get
fun
going,
and
right?
fast.
So what else do you want to add to them? And I'll show them the book one more time.
Okay, so I want everyone to go and download your free chapter of the
Free
book,
chapter?
right? I'm offering a free
Which
chapter.
one?
It's the first chapter,
Okay.
right? Because it's a teaser.
Oh, I see.
So go to tinyurl.com and then /ICTBAL. I choose to be a
You
lady.
can go back in and
free
punch it
download.
in,
I
or-
will. I'll go back and
somebody else here
I'll
on the
punch
chat
it
can
in.
punch it in.
And if someone could, Cassie or Jennifer, if you're still on, it's
Rena.
tinyurl.com /ICTBAL free download.
Right.
Hi, Renee.
So when you think of our girls out there, are you hopeful?
I am because I know a lot of women who are stepping into the empowerment space. And I think that as women, we step into that space and we start to grow and we start to empower one another, our daughters can't help but get that residual. And then when we focus on young ladies, they can't help but to feed that positive energy and take that with them.
Well, you have made my day.
Thank you.
I love your voice. You're just so warm and wonderful.
Oh,
I love that
thank
you are
you.
out there for the girls.
Yes.
I think of a few girls who need to check in with you. But
Send them my way. Look, send me an email, coachkiana@gmail.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, @Coach Kiana, at Coach Kiana Shaw. And on Facebook, it's Kiana Shaw. Just send me a message. I respond to everyone.
Okay, thank you all I love that your entourage is on the chat here. I'm going to show the book one more time. Give me some emoji love for my guest, everybody. Some hearts or thumbs up would be super
Give me
great.
some hearts.
Kiana Shaw out there fighting for our girls, fighting to
Thank
turn them
you.
into
And you know what,
ladies.
can I say this?
Yeah.
I have a 6, 9, and 12-week program coming up for teen girls and
where's that
one
at?
for women. Email me, coachkiana@gmail.com, or when you download the book, you'll automatically be putting, you'll get another email with the updates. I would love for you guys to be a part.
More emoji love, more emoji
Yes.
love. Where do you have the event?
In various places, various schools. Dante with AIDS Project LA has offered me a little bit of help in the space
that's
to
so
do
great.
my next event, so I'm really excited
And
about
I
that.
love that you work with foster girls and girls from the system. I mean, that
Yes.
to me, that's a beautiful real gift because sometimes
Thank
those are
you.
the girls that don't get the messages. They don't get the lessons, the
Right.
consistent lessons and the self-esteem.
And they're often discarded a lot.
Yeah,
So, and they
yeah.
need the self-esteem push because they're already not with their families
Right.
most times.
Yes.
So, yes.
Well, thanks for coming in, Kiana. I'm going to show
Thank
you your book
you
one more time
all.
while you guys send us the emoji love. Sharon, thank you. Adrian, thank you. We
I
appreciate
love you
it.
guys. Thank you all for showing up. I am Kiana Shaw, CEO of Leadership Academy. Please join my Facebook group, Mothers Raising Teen Daughters, if you're a woman. Okay?
Sorry, Isaac and Jeremy. Nice try.
And be sure to get the book.
Yeah,
Send
so-
me an email and I'll autograph your book for you.
Okay, guys, I'm so glad you could be with us here. I love these chats. I love stepping away from my anchor desk here at Fox 11 just to really see what's going on out there in the real world. I'm stuck here in the office all day, so I was so grateful that Kiana would come in here and talk about our girls. So let me go.
A lot of your peeps are on the chat, and I think they might know the book already. Frederick says, "Great job, baby girl."
Thank you, Dad. And you guys share the broadcast. Please share the broadcast.
Yeah, I mean, if you think you know a young lady who needs some of these tips, let them know Kiana is out there.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Okay, Kiana, wait, bye.
Goodbye, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us.
And I'll be right there on Fox 11 in about 40 minutes. Fox 11 News at 10. So thanks, guys.
Have a great night.
Okay. I'm just going to leave it on the book for a second here because they're sending
Okay.
more emoji love.
Okay, thanks for the love. Thanks for the love.
Okay.
And Mom put Kayla to bed.
Mom, you heard it right there.
It's her bedtime. Go to bed, Kayla.